you.
All right, y'all. 5.
You're doing a great job.
Go.
Oh, God.
Okay.
All right. Well, welcome to
5.
episode 5 of the podcast.
And I got really dressed up for tonight.
Close Encounters of the Funny Kind. We're back for another one. Got a couple new beers, obviously. So this is appropriate since I am Florida man. Florida man beer. Says this is the one I was talking about in the last episode.
And you're wearing your local shirt.
Yeah,
too.
I got
You got a new local shirt.
Yeah, so this is the one I was talking about. It's a double IPA. So that is either going to mean it's double gross or maybe double delicious. It says Cigar City Brewing.
There's a gator. I just saw the gator. There's a gator on it.
Of course there is. That's all we have in Florida.
Our 4-year-old. Oh, I can smell it. That's not gonna be good. Oh.
If you smelled it, I didn't smell it, but it's looking a little murky. This is looking like the...
You know what they say?
The category.
Don't go in the water if it looks like sweet tea.
That looks cloudy. This looks like one of the ones I won't like, but I'll give it a shot. And
I think I've actually had this before.
You've had a lot of... When are you drinking all these beers that I'm not aware of? Like,
when I go to those happy hours and those luncheons,
must
when
be
people
nice.
want to wine and dine me.
Must be nice, ordering some fancy beers. So
But also,
what do you got there? What is this?
This is Kona Big Wave Liquid Aloha.
So this one says 9%. So usually, like, the higher the alcohol content gets, I'm like, ugh.
I don't see the alcohol. Is this a beer? I don't see the alcohol content.
You're just drinking like a seltzer with like a flavored water. I don't see anything. It says premium beer.
All right.
All right. Give that a shot. Let's see what that one looks like.
Hopefully I'm not jumping off the roof later.
No, see, that one looks better. That looks like
had this one,
Let's switch, because I feel like you got a good one and I got...
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. I'll give this one a shot.
That one's got a lot of rice. That one's gonna make me shit my brains out.
This one looks like orange juice. All right, you ready? So that looks clear. It looks like a light beer. Yeah. Tastes like an IPA. I mean, I'm coming around them a little bit. Like they have a different taste than just regular beer. It's like a. I still just taste the IPA. Let me get a palate cleanser in here.
Yes, because your palate's so sophisticated.
It is. I've had cheese before. It gets everything back to neutral.
Like smelling coffee beans after smelling perfume all day.
That's not bad. It's not as strong as this one. Definitely. I'll give this a shot. I'll see if I can power through here. Not bad. These just aren't my... Was that a yawn? Were you yawning on the podcast? Wow. We're going to switch you over to all energy drinks. So you're like dialed in and you're like super, like 4 Loko up over here. We're going to start making you drink a 4
Let's do a 4 Loko on the next episode.
Do you remember when we got those, when that was like the rage, like years ago before they banned them because of all the caffeine?
They're back now.
Well, but like people were saying like, oh, I drank one and was just, oh man, I was so drunk.
Yeah,
and
we drank one and we didn't.
Yeah, we both got one and I drank it and then I drank, 5 or 6 Miller Lights and had a couple shots. Like it was a.
I think we even shotgun one.
Yeah, and I was just like, I don't know. I mean, like I didn't. I guess if you're 18 years old and you've never drank alcohol before, but I wasn't like,
we were in our
the 20s. Stuff we were like shocked, kind of like nervous. I'm like, well, I'll drink this and see how I feel. Like, but I mean, it was just strong beer. It's like drinking one of these 9% or whatever it was, but it wasn't to the point where
I think it was the amount of caffeine just made people freak out.
And maybe that's why, because we both drink a massive amount of caffeine. So it was just like drinking. Like, I mean, when we used to go out when we were younger, we would drink Monsters, Red Bulls.
Go ahead and back that up. We never went out. Everyone just came to our house.
Well, but yeah, if we were having people come over, yeah, we would. I mean, I can remember multiple times we'd eat dinner or something or go somewhere, and then I'd drink like a Red Bull or Monster or whatever.
I would take a nap.
That's one way to go. Recharge the batteries. Do a little dad nap.
I miss naps. I was taking a nap today, and your 4-year-old came in and goes, "Mommy, are you asleep?"
Yeah. He came in there at once. I was asleep on the couch. He's like, "Are you asleep?" And I was like, "Yes." But I was watching that movie. I was like, "Yes? Is this a... Sure.
A question?
Ask your mother." Yes, I'm definitely asleep. But then I did fall asleep. And then I heard him screaming back and forth about
Fortnite.
Fortnite. Jesus.
Yeah,
like,
I did too. And
I'm like, please stop yelling across the house about Fortnite. Like, whatever.
So, Slacker over here didn't come up with the question of the day. So
I let the whole team down.
Leave it to me to come up with a question, and it is right up my alley of things to ask.
Okay.
Because I remember that one time we were out on the boat. And we were afraid that one of the engines was about to go out on Uncle Dale's boat. Yeah. Because he had 2 or whatever. And I was like, what do we do if we get stranded out here? Because we were deep sea fishing. I was like, who do we eat first? And I never got invited back on the boat.
It was an odd question because it was like, well, we have a radio still, so we would call for help. We still
have one engine.
We don't have to immediately eat somebody 15 minutes into the motor breaking down. Like you can call and they'll come rescue you or tow you in. But you just and we had chips and sandwiches and stuff and like a bunch of fish. Yeah, you were like, who would we eat first? We're like, well, we would eat all the food and the fish. Like we have 70 pounds of mahi in the cooler. I think we could make it for a while.
Just to be clear, it was years before I was invited back on the boat.
Yeah, no, I got to go, but this one not so much.
So, with that said, tonight's question is, if you had to be eaten by an animal, like killed, what animal would you want to be killed by?
Jesus. I'm going to tell you right now, first one off the list is snake. That is not happening.
Like, you're going to have a heart attack before he eats you.
Like an anaconda or whatever. Florida crazy snakes immediately off the list.
Pythons eat like
I do not
deer.
I don't want anything to do with a snake. I feel like an alligator would suck too.
Yeah, because all it does is twist you around in the water until you basically drown to death.
I mean, honestly, you want
puncture your neck or...
This is morbid, but you want something that's going to kill you fast. Like I feel like an alligator's not going to kill you fast. They kind of, you're like bleeding out.
Well, kill you fast, but also when it walks away from you after it's done with you, that you don't just lay there for days dying.
I don't think they kill you and then they drag you underwater and let you.
Well, I just meant like sometimes like lions don't immediately kill. Or,
I've seen like the videos I don't know if you follow this, but it's Nature is Wild on Instagram.
Nature is Wild.
It is crazy. Like it shows animals attacking.
Have you seen the damn squirrels jumping out of the trees onto the house?
I feel like I would like to die by a squirrel. if I'm really given the choice, maybe like a squirrel. You know, I don't know. That's a. You know, like in the Revenant with the grizzly bear, like that seems terrifying. Like, I don't know. How about? Watch that again. I'm gonna go with maybe like a lion because I feel like they're gonna get you.
Because they immediately go to your neck.
They get the throat and kill you. But I have seen some of the videos. That's where I was going with the Nature's Wild, where like hyenas and stuff, they'll like eat something before it's even dead. You know, and I'm like, I don't, you know.
Oh, be eaten while alive.
Right. That's what about a shark? That's like nightmare fuel too, because that's not a quick one. They get your legs.
About being eaten by sharks. We're about to go on vacation to the beach for a week.
Okay, I'm gonna go.
Says the mom who's gonna watch Shallows and Jaws over the next few days.
And Point Break, obviously, because Point Break's the best summer movie of all time.
We watched that over there.
Okay, I'm going lion. I'm going lion. I think there are a pack of lions, so they get me quick.
One gets an arm, a leg, neck, boom, you're dead.
Yeah, I want them to get me up there and finish me off if I got no choice.
Okay.
What's yours? You got to give me yours.
It would either be a shark or a hippo.
A hippo?
Hippos are actually the deadliest animals.
That's what they say. They're very aggressive. I don't know.
So I saw this video. Oh, I wish I saved it because you were always telling me to save them. I saw this video. It was a video of a female lion. You call them lioness, I guess.
Sure.
She was mauled or whatever by like a hippo, and she has a huge hole over here in like her skull. It's like bleeding.
Yeah. And
her whole jaw is hanging, and she can't drink. Like, I think I didn't finish watching it or reading it, but I mean, it was out in the wild. It wasn't like something in like a zoo or something. But I'm sure she's like probably had a preserve, and they probably euthanized her because she couldn't. But she was all beat up because you get caught in their teeth. It's deadly, and they also sit on you.
Yeah.
Because they're so heavy.
Okay.
So.
None of these sound fun. Just an FYI. Like I'm not really interested in getting eaten by anything if I can avoid it, but
the kids the other day thought they were going to be eaten by a spider that was in the car. Bodie literally unbuckled himself and jumped to the front seat. Feet never touched the ground. He literally lunged from his seat to the front seat.
They have an irrational fear of
tiny things.
I would say spiders, like.
But your son was literally hunting for snakes this afternoon.
He's a wild one. The second one's always the crazy one.
I'm the second.
It stands. What I just said checks out. So
check you out.
I lost the video I was going to show you, but I can put it in here. Do you remember this was like maybe a year ago? There was a monolith.
Did you fart?
I did not. It's probably those stinky beers.
Oh,
okay. But it's like a silver monolith.
Oh, I tagged you in it.
Did you send me the new one?
I sent you one this week.
So that was what I was going to talk about. The new one. Do you remember there was one like a year and a half ago? There was another one. Okay. So I'll have to see if I can find that and show it to you.
It could be on episode
But they said
6.
It could. We could try to throw it in here if I can find the old one.
This was supposed to be a quick one. I feel like it's not going to be a quick one.
It'll be quick.
That's okay. Right. I'm watching the clock.
You don't have to watch the clock. It's just a podcast. There's no. But anyway, the one that was a year and a half ago, whatever it was, they came out and said that it was a artist that had put it there. Well, the one you sent me, and I think that the one a while ago was out in the middle of nowhere. It was out in the desert or something.
Yeah.
And this one's in like Scotland or.
Well, that's where the portal was.
That's a camera. They built that. That's the I'm like, let's not call that a portal. We talked about that last episode. That's a webcam. It's just a giant webcam, you know.
Everyone's on a big Zoom call.
They shut it down, right? They shut it down because of people doing lewd activities and stuff like that in front of it. Yeah. Jeez. I was like, I knew when I saw that, I'm like, it'd take about 15 minutes for somebody to do something highly inappropriate and shut this whole thing down. But the security guards, drug multiple people away from it because inappropriate actions.
Like screwing.
There was some drunk girl that was doing like laying in front of it, and like I saw like a clip the other day, and I was like, what in the world? Like, why? But I mean,
you gotta get her 5 minutes of fame,
I guess. But I just thought the monolith thing. I was curious about this one because it was out in like Scotland or England or something. I just saw it when you tagged me the other day, and I tried to find I saw a news article, but it was basically just the same thing as on Instagram. It was just, we don't know what this is or who put it here, but it was out in the middle of nowhere. So I was kind of curious. I'm like, well, who found it to be like, hey, this is out here? And they obviously had a news crew out there, but it's just weird. What it's from, and you haven't watched this, it's from 2001, A Space Odyssey. That's how the movie starts. The aliens bring in one of those, and it shows like monkeys or like cavemen kind of like, freaking out. And it's supposed to, you okay? You know what? We're going to start doing these in the morning. You don't perk up a little bit, okay? You're just like, oh, let's just.
We were out in the pool all day.
We were. That heat gets you. But the whole point is that I'm assuming people are just putting them there because it's it's the same thing as that, but it's still a weird thing to do. Like, why would you sculpt that and go put it out in the middle of nowhere? Like, I don't understand the incentive.
Maybe we should make
it.
one and go put one on like Hilliard or Yulee or something out in the middle of nowhere.
We could put one in the backyard. Oh, that's our monolith. We don't know how it got here. No big deal. People come over, hang out.
You could shoot like lights out at night.
That'd be cool.
That would be cool.
It's like art.
Put it on the list for my dad to do while we're out of town.
Deal. All right, I want to show you this. This is like...
I'm not gonna lie. That's instantly making me sick.
Instantly? Were you gonna get to the podcast, or?
I think I'll be okay.
All right. Well,
But
we can wrap this up one kind of quick if we need to. Don't drink any more of that.
I feel like I'm gonna throw up.
Man, you got to just stick to Miller Lite. So this is from Joe Rogan, and I'll put this in the video. He had Terrance Howard. You recognize that guy? We're going to have to get a burp counter. I swear to God. You burp so much. And you don't when you drink Miller Lite, but we get into these beers, and you burp so much.
I feel better now.
Okay.
What does Bodie say? When your tummy hurts, sometimes you just gotta burp or fart. That's really what he told me this morning on the way to Ace.
I'm going to be honest with you. Like, you were throwing this thing off the rails. We got to lock in. Last couple episodes, you've been with your burping and your. You know who Terrance Howard is?
Yeah, he's the guy from that movie with where he's making the
Hustle and Flow.
Hustle and Flow.
Yeah, he's been in some other stuff. But this was on Joe Rogan, so I want to show you this.
He looks like an older Cuba Gooding Jr. Like he looks like, because he is probably older than him. But I don't know. Never mind. I'm gonna shut up.
Oh, that's the monolith thing. I saved that. But
there you go.
You sent it to me, so that matter. All right, so here's him on Joe Rogan. This jumped in, like, I listened to this at work the other day, and he jumps like off the rails very quickly. I've
heard people talking about this podcast with him and how, like,
it was wild. Listen to this clip, and we'll put it in the thing. But here, I'm gonna start it from
get started with all this. Everybody else does, I don't think. I used to think that everybody had the similar experience, but like if I asked you what was your first memory in life, what would it be?
I don't think I know.
My first memory was almost like when you're dreaming and you're falling and you hit the bottom and you wake up.
Mm-hmm.
That was my first memory, but I didn't wake up here. I was inside my mother's womb. And I was about maybe 6 months inside the womb. And I'm like, okay, don't forget I'm here. Okay. Don't forget. You go to sleep. You wake up again. Now something's moving in front of you. And you're like, oh, that's my friend. But I had a different name for it. I didn't know it was my hand. But I knew I had a title for it. Go back to sleep.
Someone needs to go check on Terrance Howard.
All
right, so all right, let me give you my take, because I listened to, I believe, the whole thing on it. That started out, and I was at work, and I was like, what is happening? Like with the, he goes on to say that he had dreams when he was a kid, and it was almost like he's describing some type of like psychic abilities or something like that. But he gets into like a whole bunch of science stuff, and he starts sounding smarter and smarter. And I'm like, he's either an amazing bullshitter or he's crazy.
Or he's an alien.
I couldn't figure it out because he was so.
Help yourself, Fred.
Dog's just hanging out. But it was so wild because at the beginning I'm like, this dude's out of his mind. This is going to be interesting, because I thought Joe was going to call him on it. But then he sounds smart. And I'm not smart enough to dispute stuff. But they start talking about space and all this crazy stuff. And I was just like, this is nuts. But, I just thought it was crazy. Like, I wanted to show that clip and put it in here. So if you haven't seen it, go watch it. Let us know what you think about it. But I was kind of blown away. I was like, this dude is wild. Because he's not a scientist, you know, but he's obviously studied a lot of stuff.
But he's probably played one before.
On TV? I don't know. You alright?
I'm just trying to, I don't know.
You got it?
Yeah.
You okay? You having a rough time burping and getting comfortable and, you know?
I don't have to burp anymore.
Oh, thank God.
I bet if I took another sip of that, I'd burp again.
Yeah. So we are, Sam mentioned this, we're going out of town. We're going to go...
6 more days.
Yeah, going a little family vacation right when the kids were literally leaving. Kids get out of school.
We're picking up one from the bus stop and literally getting on the interstate and leaving when he
hitting the road.
Steps off. It's
So,
his last day of school.
We've needed a break.
I can't say this. Clearly I've gotten better, or maybe it just hasn't hit me yet because it's been so long since we've gone. Normally, yeah, I just burped again. Shut up.
So many burps. Like, is it that? You had like one sip of it.
I don't know.
Ah.
It's got to be because I had like 2 of these before we started. So it's got to be that. But anyways, normally when we're traveling to go out of town for something, I have the suitcases out 2 weeks in advance. They're already out and I'm just throwing shit in it. And I'm randomly throwing things like, oh, I'm going to need this. Oh, I'm going to need this. And then when the day comes where I have to zip it up, I'm like, I got too much. And I have to take it all out.
So we're going to a beach. So typically we're not going snow skiing. So the clothes are
relatively small. I'm
yeah,
all string bikinis,
t-shirts, shorts, board shorts, some underwear,
2 pairs of flip flops.
Yeah, my suitcase is light.
Pair of going out flip flops and the beach flip flops.
And then I'll do laundry and wear t-shirts a second go round, over there.
You and Jackson are just gonna flip your underwear inside out, I'm sure.
I may do the board shorts go.
But see, what's funny is I take all this stuff for me. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna wear this cute outfit. Oh, we're gonna go down to the beach on this night and I'm gonna wear this. Oh, this will be a cute cover up. Let's be honest, when you're a mom and you have children, that shit don't happen.
Yeah.
You don't have cute rompers to wear because by the time you get your bathing suit on, they're already halfway down the street walking to the beach. You don't even have time to fully get dressed.
Yeah. That's why I don't wear a shirt when we're over there.
Or it's so hot, you literally don't even want to wear your bathing suit because you feel like your bathing suit's going to smother you because you're sweating uncontrollably.
Well, you have to wear a bathing suit. That's the law.
There's no nude beaches in Florida. No. But anyways, so got to pack. We're making a trip to BJ's tomorrow.
BJ's, my fave.
We're not doing that. We're going to BJ's.
Oh, okay.
We're not getting a BJ.
Gotcha.
Jesus.
Well, we'll see.
See how many of these I
drink. Maybe you finish this beer up. Drink mine. Let's just get you. Here, try this one again. We'll get a whole thing.
Let me see if that one makes me burp.
Do we want you to burp? We're gonna have to get.
We're gonna do a burp tally.
I think we ought to get like a little digital thing down in the corner of the burp tally because like you've hit like 5 already, and this is a short podcast, so like we haven't.
So, but my father-in-law also gives me a hard time that I pack too much. But when we need something, we have it.
Yeah.
Like batteries. Does anyone ever think about taking batteries when they go on vacation? No.
I don't think about taking anything. I just get in the car and drive.
But what's funny is I take everything over there and all these clothes and I end up taking outdoor showers. I don't even know that when we used to go every year, I don't think I ever took a shower inside the house. I always took them outside. In my bikini, just washing my hair.
It's the beach.
My bathing suit gets washed.
You hit a little soap, the bathing suit gets clean. It's a whole process. You're good to go. You come inside, put on some t-shirt and shorts, and let's go knock down some beers and eat some nachos, So
we're going to BJ's in the morning to stock up. Then I'll have to do a grocery run one day this week too.
It's basically food. We're gonna take so much food. Because that's what, like, our 2 children...
Don't stop eating.
It's nonstop. Like, it is literally... If I get up to get a drink or food once a day, it's 15, 20 times a day on the weekend.
I literally went out of
my way...
Hey,
I'm thirsty. Hey, I'm hungry. And I'm like... The older one, we're like, yeah, knock yourself out. Kitchen's in there. But the 4-year-old, he can't reach stuff. Or if you send him to get a drink, he's going to spill it everywhere.
He pulls the dog food out and stands on it and gets to the brownies.
He does do that.
He does.
That's on the low, though. He's not supposed to.
But even, like, when we're outside swimming, I went out of my way and bought a server tray so that I can carry their food out to them every day, so I don't have to make 4 or 5 trips back in.
Here's the deal. We go outside. All right. Kids jump in the pool. Me and Sam sit down in our chairs. Within about 15 minutes, it's like, hey guys, I'm hungry.
I need something to drink.
Oh my God.
Can I have a popsicle? Can we have candy? Can we have water balloons?
Like, guys. So we started doing this before we go out. We're like,
everyone has to get a drink.
Are you hungry? Before we go outside, do you need food? Because you were going to carry it out there and eat it. Do you need a drink? Get your drink. Put it in a cup. You know, like,
we have plenty, like,
because it's like the second we get out there, it turns into a like they're at a restaurant. Just waiter. I'd
like it's an all-you-can-eat buffet.
If I could get a ham and cheese sandwich, maybe a Sprite, and if I could get a popsicle and some Doritos on the side, just bring that out poolside. Like, this isn't Vegas and you're at, like, you know, the swim up bar here. Like, what are you doing? Like, no, you had goldfish an hour ago. You be quiet and go swim.
Well, and then the little one all day today, Mommy, you get in the pool? Mommy, you get in the pool? Mommy, when you get in the pool? Mommy, jump in the pool. I don't get in the pool for a reason, because if I get in the pool, the second I get in the pool, it's a trigger that they need something, and then I gotta walk my ass back in here soaking wet, freezing, dripping.
It's okay. Settle down.
I feel attacked.
I've given up. I just get in the pool. Like, Daddy, you get in the pool? I'm like, yeah, let's just get in. Let's get it over with. Let's just jump in there. So something else we did do, we bought a pool heater
2 years ago.
2 years ago,
3 years ago.
A couple summers ago, because our neighbor's trees shade most of our pool from about 2 o'clock on. Like,
it's a huge maple tree and a pine tree.
Yeah, so after 2 o'clock, most of our pool is in the shade. So we moved in like June, the pool's freezing, and then we're in Florida and it's 90-something degrees. So we finally broke down and said, let's just buy the pool heater and crank it up. And it's not as bad. It's wired into the electric. And the power bills, depending on how much you're running it, but we don't run it all week. So if we know Saturday it's going to be nice, then we either bump it up Friday night or Saturday. But once you get into May, it's pretty, like, it was like 80-something degrees, and I turned it on this morning, and
just to get it like
by noon, it's 84. You know, so it's just not as cold, but it's nice to have. So if you don't have one, Jesus, that's at least 6 or 7. So
okay.
Well, I don't know. We can make this kind of a short one. We're kind of doing this one quick before vacation, but we're going to dive into some other stuff. Like, we've talked about a couple topics. We still got to get into Bigfoot. Got to get into the pyramids.
The pandas. Because there's this whole theory that...
Save it. We'll talk. You talk about the pandas next time. And I'm saving this one because this is my, like I said, the granddaddy of all, JFK assassination. That's the big boy. Sam may not even be here. This just may be me rambling for like 6 hours about that. So,
well, I like the JFK thing.
I feel like you're just gonna be burping and interrupting me. I gotta stay dialed in. You know, we're gonna solve this thing. I won't drink
one of these.
Okay, we'll just keep you on regular beer.
I'll just drink vodka.
Maybe we'll do like whiskey and cigars in light of JFK. You know.
Well, you can't smoke cigars in my house.
Okay, no, whatever. We'll figure it out. But keep watching and keep sharing. You know, send it to your friends.
I feel like this was a boring podcast.
It's not boring.
Oh.
Okay.
Can I do one big burp before we sign off?
Do you have to burp?
I can make myself burp. Like a big one.
I guess, sweetie, if you have to.
Oh, no. Never mind. I feel like I found my thing. I'm the burper. Okay.
Sweetie, if you could make us some money off of YouTube burping in a podcast.
You'd be surprised what some of these sick people will pay for.
Okay.
I'm going to go get a pedicure tomorrow. I'm going to start selling my feet.
Okie dokie.
Fans only? For fans only.
Only fans.
Only fans.
All right. We'll see you guys next week. Keep watching. Thanks.